Just because you have these red flags doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get denied. Hi guys, I'm Gabby and welcome to my channel. And if you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to talk about the red flags when it comes to submitting your I-130 visa petition. Everybody gets very nervous and wonder, am I going to get denied because I have too many red flags? What is the officer going to think? Now, let me give you this disclaimer. I am no way a lawyer, immigration lawyer, or no way is this offering any type of legal advice, because as you can tell, I'm just a regular person like you. I'm just offering my experiences and things that I feel work for me that may possibly work for you as well. All marriages are going to be scrutinized, not just yours. Everybody has to prove that their marriage is legitimate. And also know, just to kind of calm you down a little bit, that even legitimate marriages are going to have some of these red flags. Just because you have these red flags doesn't automatically mean that you're going to get denied. It just means that you're going to have to prove a little bit more to this officer that your marriage is a legitimate marriage. Okay, so let's get into some of the red flags. They're in no particular order. Okay, so the first one is you have a huge age difference. And this seems to be more so the case when the female is older than the male, but it can be either or. It's something that an officer will look at and think, there's no way that this can be a real authentic marriage. It's no way that they could have just married because they love each other. They must be marrying because they're trying to get a green card, or somebody's getting paid to help someone else get a green card. Other red flags are you don't have a shared language. Like, one speaks English and one speaks Spanish, and both of you don't speak English. So it's like, how can you communicate? Like, how can you even build a marriage when you can't even talk to each other? You get the drift? Two religions are two extremes, two religions that don't see eye to eye. That can be a red flag. They're looking at things when there's a huge, vast difference. It's like you have so many things that are not in common. It's like, how can you come together as one when you don't agree on a lot of things? You don't hold the same like religious values, moral values. It's just kind of hard to see how two people of such different thought processes can come together to form a marriage. Not to say that it can't be done, because we see it happen. It can be done, but these are just things that they're going to look at. Most definitely, if you have a secret marriage, nobody in your family knows that you're married but the two of you, that is definitely a red flag. Then they're like, okay, if nobody knows about it, then why are you doing it? Like, why don't you want anybody to know about it? Are you doing this because he paid you money so he can get his green card? Like, what's going on here? And definitely another red flag will be you got married too soon after meeting each other. This can also be the instance of when you're petitioning for a visa, you need to have met at least one time in person. So another red flag that's kind of tied to this would be if you went to that person's country and you married them on the first visit. Red flag. That's a red flag as well. In my situation, I had two huge red flags. One of my red flags was that I only visited my husband once, and the second one was our age difference. I'm older than my husband. I will not share my age. I'm a lady, honey. For age difference, there's really not like one specific piece of evidence that you can say, hey, I'm older, but this shows why it's okay. But in a situation where I only visited once, the reason was because I felt ill. I was hospitalized and I could no longer travel. I had a visa that was like a 2-year visa, so I had all intentions of returning, but I felt sick, felt ill. And what I did was I gave my husband my medical documentations showing that I was sick, hospitalized, and that I had an illness that did not allow me to travel. I gave that to him, that he took with him to his interview to present to the officer. But also when I submitted my I-130, what I did was I included like chat messages and things of that nature between my husband and my mom and my sister. Chat messages when I was hospitalized, where they were talking about my condition, giving him updates and things of that matter. During my husband's interview, that question was brought up, why I only visited one time, and my husband said, you know, I was sick, hospitalized, I have a condition that doesn't allow me to travel. He told the officer that he has the medical paperwork and all that, would he like to see it? The officer said no thanks. So this is an instance where I'm saying, if you have a red flag and there is some type of evidence or documents that you can submit speaking to that red flag, present those if you have the opportunity to do that. However, if it's an instance where there's an age difference or anything where there's not a specific piece of information that you can submit, then all your other documents that you're approving for your bona fide marriage needs to be solid, okay? Because they're going to scrutinize it more. If you know you're lacking in something, make that other thing as solid and tight as you can. That's how you get over your red flags, okay? If you can think of something, you know, that can address it, by all means, submit that information. And at the interview, be prepared. Make sure your spouse or whoever's going to this interview, be prepared to answer that question. Have an answer for that question. This is a perfect opportunity for you to explain. If your evidence does not or cannot explain it, have your answer ready. I talked about that in one of my other videos as well, being able to respond to those red flags. I link it up in the cards above if I can. I'm doing this video because I don't want you to stress over red flags. Nobody's situation is perfect. Everybody's gonna have something that the officer can scrutinize, okay? And it is on you to be able to answer to those or to explain it, okay? Everybody's gonna have to explain their case. Don't feel like it's just a personal attack on you. Do the best you can to respond. Don't stress over stuff you can't change, okay? Don't stress over it. If you have a legitimate bona fide marriage, I know this situation is very stressful. It can take a long time to get to the end of the road. Let me offer you this piece of advice. This is a solid fact. This is just a fact. There are cases where people have they're presenting the best application. Like, they're presenting the application that you and I wish that I had. You know what I'm saying? They have all the best evidence, the finances. They have 1 or 2 kids. They may have been married for a couple of years, but for whatever reason, they got denied. I'm saying all of that to say, just because you don't have the perfect case and you got this red flag and this red flag, that does not mean that you're going to get denied. That's not an automatic denial. It's not. They're giving you the opportunity to prove yourself, to show to them why your marriage is a legitimate marriage. So it's on you to do it, and you can do that. Present them that evidence. Be like, here you go. Here you go, Mr. Officer. So just don't stress out about it. You can only do what you can do. I'm sorry that I keep repeating myself, but I just want you guys to know, don't stress over it. Just be aware and acknowledge your red flags and figure out a way to address them. And if you can't address them head on with some solid evidence and documentations, all your other evidence, make sure that evidence is solid. Okay? That's all you need to do. That's all you should be doing. That's all they're expecting for you to do. Okay, just present what you have in the best light that you can. Okay, I hope this has been helpful for someone. I just want to be of service and help someone, because I know how stressful this situation is, and I'm just hoping that something that I'm sharing resonates with someone. It just gives you another idea of how you can put your package together better, or give you ideas of other things you can present that maybe you didn't think about, or just some reassurance. You know, someone who's been in your shoes, so I understand what you're going through. If I'm just giving you that, just a face another face that shows that you're not alone. If I'm just doing that, that's cool too. So, okay, that about wraps it up, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and please subscribe to this channel if you find this helpful. I hope that you really do find something here that you can utilize that's going to help you. Okay, I look forward to talking with you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.